when a man pulls away, it can be a very frustrating and hurtful experience. But if you're not mindful of how to handle it, there are some mistakes that you may do or have done. And so I'm going to now tell you the 5 mistakes women make when men pull away. I'm Stephan, your certified life and relationship coach, here to give you dating and relationship advice. Today is going to be dating advice for women. All right. And as always, before we get into the topic, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this video, and as always, comment below. Have you experienced a man just pulling away? What has been your story? Share with us, or just say yes or no if it happened to you. But again, let's get into these 5 mistakes women make. Now, listen, when I say 5 mistakes women make, that doesn't mean I'm trying to make it your fault or put the responsibility on you in regards to him pulling away. However, I've seen these situations go left or go more left, all right, because clearly they already took a wrong turn, and not knowing how to handle it can not only just make things worse as far as the potential of that specific situation, but how you move forward from there and how you're able to bounce back and now receive a better opportunity for it to come your way. All right. So with that said, let's get into it. Number 1 mistake women make when men pull away. Oh, and real quick, there's various reasons why men will pull away. There's a video I have about 5 reasons why men pull away. The link, you'll see it flash on the screen. Click that if you want to watch that, but be sure to watch this first. All right, so you understand the mistakes and then go understand the reasons why the man even pulls away. But let's just focus on the mistakes. So number 1 mistake that women make when a man pulls away, not expressing how you feel. Now, this was very important for me to say because I saw a few videos on this topic that mentioned the mistake being telling him how you feel, that it is wrong, all right, or a bad decision to make to express how you feel to him. And some of you may agree, but I'm here to tell you that is wrong. You should express how you feel. Understand this, from the position of a coach, me, all right, one of the biggest issues in relationships and dating is lack of communication. There are so many individuals who are making assumptions of what happened, what's going on, and reacting off of that rather than gaining clarity or giving clarity in the situation. And it's that lack of communication that creates confusion. The confusion creates chaos, and then the whole thing blows up. So you have some situations where 2 people could have easily resolved the problem by simply talking about it or by simply having known how the other person felt. But because that did not occur, there is no resolution. But not only is there not a resolution or the forwarding of that relationship, the individual who has not expressed themselves is more than likely now going to carry damage, emotional baggage with them, because you have now suppressed your emotions, suppressed your feelings, and you're carrying that with you to the next situation. That's extremely unhealthy. So not simply for the sake of, can we fix this current situation with the guy pulling away? No, for the sake of your emotional health, you should express yourself. It is always great to get things off your chest in a calm, loving manner, as best as possible, calm and loving. All right. Therefore, you can walk away knowing I spoke my piece. They know where I stand. They know how I feel. Now, again, some situations that man may discover something that he was not aware about that can now create reconciliation, or it may simply expose even more that he was not serious, he's not the one for you, whatever. Either way, you're going to have much better closure, a greater ability to move forward, and you won't risk carrying emotional baggage with you. So do not make the mistake of not expressing how you feel. Second mistake women make when men pull away is internalizing the issue. All right. So in my other video, the reasons why men pull away, one of the things I mentioned is that you don't always know what happened. All right. And it could be various reasons. And sometimes the man pulling away has nothing to do with the woman herself. It could be something tragic happened in his life or something that he does not know how to handle properly. It could be, again, he could have met somebody new. All right. There's various things that can happen that could be completely out of your control. But one of the mistakes that women make is that they internalize why he pulled away. They immediately make it about what was wrong with me, what did I do wrong? And listen, you should not be beating yourself up like that. Now, granted, there are going to be situations, if we're going to be completely honest, where our behavior could be the catalyst to somebody walking away from us. That's the reality. But if you don't know what the reason is, there's no reason for you to beat yourself up trying to overanalyze something that you're not going to get a clear answer from. Now, if you know deep inside there were some things that you handled improperly, that's different. But I don't want you to beat yourself up about it. I simply want you to reflect on it, understand it, make the corrections. That's it. All right. But if you don't have any clue, any idea what went wrong, don't start trying to grasp at different straws. Don't start trying to ask 10 different people what's their opinions. And now you have all these different scenarios playing in your head, because all that's doing is driving you crazy. You're not getting any peace from this. And again, if he's not giving you the clarity, then you're not going to be able to get it by trying to guess. You can't come up with the answer yourself. So there's going to be times where we just have to accept they just weren't for us. And that's the reality. Sometimes you can be an amazing woman, an amazing human being. You could be someone that he actually views as a good woman, but that doesn't mean he viewed you as the woman for him. So him walking away doesn't mean there's something wrong with you per se. It just means that the connection wasn't there or the fit isn't right. You know what I'm saying? And better that we acknowledge that early on than to force a relationship, or in many scenarios, force a marriage with two people who don't really belong together. All right. So again, do not internalize when he walks away, but always be willing to hold yourself accountable for where you know. And that's like the key. The key is, you know, when you've behaved or you've done things that were unhealthy or may have caused problems in any relationship. The number 3 mistake that women make when men pull away is acting like you don't care. Key word, acting. All right. Trying to fake disinterest and act like it doesn't bother you because you don't want to give him that satisfaction or that power over you, or whatever the case may be. It may make sense to you. And I'm sure there's some of you right now that's questioning, well, why would that be a mistake? It's a mistake because it's unhealthy. It's a mistake because, again, one, connecting back to the number 1 reason, when you have not fully expressed yourself or how you feel, let's just say there's a scenario where guy is dating you, guy is making effort, but he doesn't feel like you're giving the effort back. He doesn't feel like you're reciprocating the interest and desire. So now he pulls away, not because he did not like you or wasn't serious about you, but he didn't feel like you were serious about him. So now in that scenario, if you act like you don't care, if you fake disinterest, you've only killed the situation even more, without realizing that had you simply let him know, hey, this is how I feel, I do like you. Maybe you were holding back because you were scared. Maybe you were holding back because you just feel like you want to be extra cautious because you've jumped too far ahead in your past. Whatever it is, simply saying that may have solved the issue. But instead, you go into faking like you don't care, and you may kill the potential of that relationship if it could go somewhere. Or, going back to what I mentioned earlier, you acting disinterested is unhealthy because you're suppressing your real feelings and desires. And so now that acting like you don't care becomes a toxic cycle. It also becomes a suppression of emotions. It becomes a lack of healing that you will now carry with you into other relationships. So one way or another, don't play the game. And that's the other thing. It's a game. When you act, keyword again, act like you don't care, you're playing a game. And if you watch any of my videos, you know I'm not about those games. And I'm not going to encourage any of you to be playing any games. So check that at the door. Leave that alone. Be true to who you are. Express yourself. If you do care, it's okay. It's okay to accept and acknowledge that you care about something that hurts you, that is bothering you. That's how you work through those emotions. That's how you get to your healing. To heal, you must face the pain. So don't act like it doesn't bother you when it does. And that way you can address it properly and resolve it, whether it turns into reconciliation with that individual or you being able to properly move on from that man. The number 4 mistake women make when a man pull away, and quick mention, get your copy of The Man God Has For You. I forgot to bring it in this video. That's my fault. But listen, if you follow me, you've probably seen the cover already. Either way, you can go to Amazon or click the link in the description or in the comment section, or go to www.themangodhasforyou.com. All right? Best-selling book. Women are loving it. Let's get back to number 4. So number 4 mistake that women make when men pull away is compromising your true desires to get him back. So let me just give a scenario. You meet a man, you like him, you guys are dating, everything's going well, all right? You want a relationship. He seems to be leaning towards just wanting to go with the flow and be casual, all right? So now he pulls away, and you sense that he's pulling away because maybe you are putting on the pressure too much about this whole relationship thing. And so in order to get him back, you now go back to him saying, okay, well, let's just try this casual thing, or, I want to give it a chance. You try to find some way to compromise your true desires to appease him and get him back in your life. That is a huge mistake. And it's a huge mistake for so many different reasons. One, you will never be truly happy and at peace if you're not being true to yourself and what you desire in that situation. You want a relationship? Stand strong on that. You want to get married one day? Stand strong in that. Do not waver from that because you want so badly to get this specific man in your life. Ain't no man worth you compromising your true values and desires. Plain and simple. Not to mention now that you're bringing him back on false pretenses. So if you bring him back hoping that I'll play this game of the casual dating for now, hoping I can change his mind later, all right, you're only setting yourself up for bigger disappointment and to have him mad and frustrated at you because he was real with you from day one and said, I only wanted a casual situation. This is just a disaster waiting to happen. There's nothing good that's going to come out of that stuff. And all you're now doing is setting yourself up to be more attached to this individual rather than working on moving on from this individual. So never compromise what your true desires are. You know what you want. If he's not on the same page as you, so be it. Let him move on. I'm just going to mention this real quick. There was a study that was done that tried to find the key things that increases a woman's chances of being married. And one of those things was not settling for dead-end relationships and not wavering from the fact that they wanted to be married. So those women who were able to receive that great man and marriage in their life were women who recognized quickly when a man was wasting their time and cut him loose. Recognized quickly when they weren't on the same page and wanted two different things and cut him loose. Those women did not drag along these situations hoping for things to change. So do not make that mistake. And now number 5, the last reason or the last mistake women make when men pull away is moving on to cope rather than healing. All right. So I'm sure some of you have heard the saying, the quickest way to get over somebody is to get under somebody. Horrible advice. Horrible advice, all right? And I'll do another video to explain why that's so bad, because there's a lot to speak on rebound relationships, okay? However, when you are moving on to cope, you're not resolving the real issue. And you're not realizing that you are now dragging that pain and that damage, that emotional baggage with you. And so now what this sets you up for in almost all cases is, number 1, you are not likely to get with the right person if you try to move on and date when you haven't healed. Most people are going to engage with other unhealthy individuals, other people who may feel emotionally safer to deal with because they don't make you feel vulnerable in that way. And they don't make you feel vulnerable in that way because you're not into them like that. You don't have that connection with them. So you're going to settle for that because it feels safe. But that's going to be the wrong choice, the wrong person. So you're guaranteed to have an unhealthy relationship, a relationship that's not going to last in the long term, and it's not going to be fulfilling at all. Not to mention, you now risk damaging someone else because you're dragging them into your web of unhealthiness and lack of healing, and that creates another cycle with them and who they move on to. It's just a huge freaking mess. So listen, if a man pulls away from you and you are hurt, heal. Heal. Focus on resolving that properly. Now, the things I mentioned 1 through 4 are going to help you with that, or help make sure you stay on the right track so that you can focus on healing rather than coping. Coping does not cure anything. It just shows you how to manage it in the moment, but it's just something that's waiting to explode any day. You're gonna get triggered and it's gonna all come out. Don't set yourself up for that kind of disaster. Heal, do what's necessary. If you need help with healing, check out the book Love After Heartbreak. But again, you've got to heal. So those are the 5 mistakes women make when men pull away. Again, comment below. Let me know, has this happened to you? Maybe share your story, share whatever feedback you have. But again, always like the video, share the video, subscribe to this channel. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video.